Broadcasting to you from somewhere deep in the heart of Texas. Once again, it's me, Ann. We're going to pick up today on the dictionary of angels, A through Z, including the fallen. And we've made it to the letter U. Ubaville, an angel with dominion over the zodiacal sign of Capricorn, referencing Trachtenberg, Jewish magic, and superstition. Ublisi, in occult lore, one of the 8 angels of omnipotence invoked in magical conjuring rites. Usimiel, Usermiel, or Usernuel, a Wednesday angel residing in the second or third heaven. When invoking Usermiel, the invocant must look north, referencing the Abano, the Heptameron, Barrett, the Magus, 2. Udragazia, one of the 70 childbed amulet angels, referencing the book of the angel Raziel, budge amulets and talismans. Udriel, a childbed amulet angel found in the same sources as for Udragzia. Ugiel, second of the 10 unholy Sephiroth and Moses of Virgos listing. Uini, a ministering angel invoked in conjuring rites, referencing the 6th and 7th books of Moses. Umabel, in the Kabbalah, Umabel is said to have dominion over physics and astronomy. He is also one of the 72 angels bearing the name of God, Shemhampere. Referencing Barrett, the Magus 2, Umabel's corresponding angel is Tiau. His sigil is figured in La Kabbalah Pratique, page 294. Umahel, one of the archangels. And Belayan La Kabbalah Pratique does not say what the mission of this archangel is. Umahel is listed as one of the 9 of the order in a chart facing page 88 of the Ambalayan book. Umaraz, angel of the 2nd hour of the night, serving under Ferris, referencing weight of Lemnigan. Umiel, an angel invoked in Syriac spellbinding charms, referencing the Book of Protection. Umikol, in Jewish mysticism, one of the angels of the seal. Just one second. Okay. Unael, an angel serving in the 1st heaven, referencing the 6th and 7th books of Moses. The name Unael, or Unhael, is found inscribed on an oriental charm, Kamia, for warding off evil, referencing Shrir Hebrew amulets. Hebrew meaning fire or light. In Mandean lore, the king of the netherworld, referencing Jewish Encyclopedia Angelology. Urakabar Amiel. Urakabarmiel. Say it one more time. Urakabar Amiel. A run together of Arakib and Ramiel. Urakabar Amiel was one of the leaders of the fallen angels, see Enoch 1. He is mentioned in Thomas More's book, length poem, The Loves of the Angels. Urfiel, chief of the angelic order of Malachim, or Malachim, referencing Berith, Minucha. Urian or Urian. A form of Uriel, as in Enoch 1:9:1. In Low German folklore, Sir Urian is a sobriquet for Satan. Okay. Uriel, fire of God, one of the leading angels in non-canonical lore, and ranked variously as a seraph, cherub, regent of the sun, flame of God, angel of the presence, presider over Tartarus, Hades, archangel of salvation, as in 2nd Ezra. In the latter work, he acts as heavenly interpreter of Ezra's visions. In Enoch 1, he is the angel who watches over thunder and terror. In the book of Adam and Eve, he presides over repentance. Uriel is supposed to be, says Abbot Ansgar Bonnier, in the teaching of the Catholic Church, the spirit who stood at the gate of the lost Eden, with the fiery sword. The book of Adam and Eve designates him as the spirit, i.e., one of the cherubims of Genesis 3. He is invoked in some of the ancient litanies. He has been identified as one of the angels who helped bury Adam and Abel in paradise. Hastings Dictionary of the Bible as the dark angel who wrestled with Jacob at Peniel, as the destroyer of the host of Sennacherib, 2 Kings 19:35 and 2 Maccabees 15:22, as the messenger sent by God to Noah to warn him of the impending deluge, Enoch 1:10:1-3, all of which feats or missions have been credited to other angels, as elsewhere noted in the view of Lois Ginsburg, the Prince of Lights, in the Manual of Discipline refers to Uriel. In addition, Uriel is said to have disclosed the mysteries of the heavenly arcana to Ezra, interpreted prophecies, and led Abraham out of Ur. In later Judaism, says R.H. Charles, the Book of Enoch, we find Uriel instead of Phanuel as one of the 4 angels of the presence. Uriel is also an angel of the month of September and may be invoked ritually by those born in that month. The Magus claims that alchemy, which is of divine origin, was brought down to earth by Uriel, and that it was Uriel who gave the Kabbalah to man. Although this key to the mystical interpretation of Scripture is also said to have been the gift of Metatron. Milton describes Uriel as regent of the sun and the sharpest sighted spirit of all in heaven. Paradise Lost 3. Dryden, the State of Innocence, pictures Uriel as descending from heaven in a chariot drawn by white horses. Despite his eminence, Uriel was reprobated at the Church Council in Rome 745 CE. Now, however, he is Saint Uriel, and his symbol is an open hand holding a flame. Burne-Jones' painting of Uriel is reproduced as a frontispiece in Duff, 1st and 2nd books of Ezra. The name Uriel is claimed from Uriah, the prophet, and apocryphal and occult works. Uriel has been equated or identified with Nuriel, Urian, Jeremiel, Retiel, Suriel, Peruel, Phanuel, Jehuel, Israfel, and the angel Jacob Israel. See the pseudepigraphic prayer of Joseph, quoted in part in Ginsburg, The Legends of the Jews, 5:310. In this work, Jacob says, when I was coming from Mesopotamia of Syria, Uriel, the angel of God, came forth and spoke. I have come down to the earth to make my dwelling among men, and I am called Jacob by name. The meaning of the foregoing is puzzling. unless Uriel turned into Jacob after wrestling with the patriarch at Peniel. But the incident is related in Genesis 32, suggests a different interpretation. A commentary on Exodus 4:25 speaks of a benign angel attacking Moses for neglecting to observe the, the covenantal rite of circumcision with regard to the latter's son Gershom. The benign angel being identified as Uriel in Midrash, Agada, Exodus, and as Gabriel in the Zohar 1:93b. The latter source reports that Gabriel came down in a flame of fire, having the appearance of a burning serpent, and with express purpose of destroying Moses because of his sin. In the Legends of the Jews 2:28, the angel here is neither Uriel or Gabriel, but two angels, the wicked Hema and Af. Uriel is said to be the angel of vengeance that Proudhon pictured in his Divine Vengeance and Justice, a canvas to be found in the Louvre. Uriel gliding through the Avon on the sunbeam. Paradise Lost 555. It's reproduced on page 296 from Haley, The Poetical Works of John Milton. The Uriel in Percy MacKay's Uriel and other poems is not our angel, but William Vaughn Moody, American poet and playwright, 1869 through 1910, to whom the poem is addressed in memory. The most recent appraisal of Uriel is the one offered by Walter Clyde Curry in Milton's Ontology, Cosmology, and Physics, where on page 93, Professor Curry says of Uriel that he seems to be largely a pious but not too perceptive physicist with inclinations towards optimistic philosophy. To illustrate in what with high esteem Uriel was held, we find him described in the second book of Sibylline Oracles as one of the immortal angels of the undying God, who on the day of judgment will break the monstrous bars framed of unyielding and unbroken adamant of the brazen gates of Hades, and cast them down straightway, and bring forth the judgment of all sorrowful forms, yea, of the ghosts of the ancient Titans, and of the giants, and of all whom the flood overtook. And all these shall he bring to the judgment seat, and set before God's seat. Urim, a cherub in Klopstock's poetic drama, Der Messias, the Messiah. The Bible meaning of the term is a household idol, and is almost always used in association with Tumun, or Thummim, meaning perfection, signifying oracles for ascertaining the will of God. The Urim and Thummim derived from the Babylonian Chaldean tablets of destiny owned by Tiamat, female monster and reputed source of all evil, which were credited with possessing the virtue of casting the fate of men. Aaron, it will be recalled, bore the Urim and Thummim engraved on his breastplate as the insignia of his office of high priest. See Asser Creel. In Talmud Yoma, the Urim and Thummim. The Urim and Thummim are listed among the 5 holy things found in the first temple and absent from the second temple. The Zohar, Exodus 2:34b, thus defines and distinguishes the two terms. Urim signifies the luminous speculum, which consisted of the engravure of the divine name composed of 42 letters by which the world was created, whereas the thummim consisted of non-luminous spectrum made of the divine name as manifested in the 23 letters. Combination of the two is thus called Urim and Thummim. Milton Paradise Regained 3:14 refers to the Urim and Thummim as those orculus gems on Aaron's breast. The seal of Yale University incorporates the two names in Hebrew characters, referencing Exodus 28:30, Leviticus 8:8, Ezra 2:63, Nehemiah 7:6-5, Driver, Canaanite Myths and Legends, page 103, Budge Amulets and Talismans, page 407, and Ginsburg, The Legends of the Jews, 2, page 329. Urion or Orion, Uriron, an angel invoked as an amulet against sorcery and sudden death, referencing Trachtenberg, Jewish Magic and Superstition, page 140. Urizen, in Blake's Book of Urizen, the angel of England, alternating with Orc. He is one of the four Zoas of the embodiment of the god of reason. Urizen's son is the angel that Blake meets in the marriage of heaven and hell. Urjan, or Urian, variant form of Uriel. Urpaniel, an angel's name found inscribed on an oriental charm. Kamia, for warding off evil, referencing Shrir Hebrew amulets. Urjan or Urjan. Urzla. In the Kabbalah, an angel of the East summoned in conjuring rites. He is a glorious and benevolent angel and is asked to share with the invoking the secret wisdom of the Creator, referencing Golant's Clavicula Salomonis. Usera, an angel serving in the first heaven, referencing the 6th and 7th books of Moses. Uziel, strength of God. In the Kabbalah generally, as in Targum, Onkeles, and Jonathan Uziel is an angel that fell and is therefore evil. He was among those who wedded humans or human wives and begat giants. Of the 10 unholy Sephiroth, Uziel is listed 5th. The book of the angel Raziel, Uziel is among the 7 angels. The archangel Uriel, shown with the fallen Satan, illustrating Paradise Lost 3, from Haley, The Poetical Works of John Milton. Okay, so back to where we were. Throne of God, and among 9 set over the 4 winds, referencing Bishkov, Dai, Element, their Kabbalah. Uziel replaces Uriel in the reprint English translation of Verus Jesuitarum Libellus, true magical work of the Jesuits, referencing White, the Book of Ceremonial Magic, page 110. The key of Faust's threefold harrowing of hell, and otherwise known as a key to the Black Raven, contains a general conjuration to Uziel and a list of his adjutant princes. Referencing Butler, Ritual Magic, page 190. Finally, according to Milton, Uziel is a good angel of the Order of Virtues, the lieutenant of Gabriel's in the fighting in heaven at the time of Satan's defection. No, Jesus is not a fallen angel. Jesus is the Son of God. Okay. Uzlael, an angel serving in the fourth heaven, referencing the sixth and seventh books of Moses. Uzdael, in Berit the Magus, and in Delbano the Heptameron, an angel of the fourth heaven, and a ruler on Lord's Day. He is invoked from the west, and he is also one of the three angelic messengers of the moon. Uster, in Chaldean lore, one of the four chief classes of protecting jinn, limited after the human likeness, referencing the Ezekiel cherubim. Lenormand, Chaldean magic. Uthra, plural Uthri. In Mandean mythology, an angel of spirit of life, or spirit of life, one of the 10 that accompany the sun on its daily course. The 10 are Zuhair, Zahran, Buhair, Bahran, Sarwan, Tarwan, Rabia, Talia. A list of 20 Uthri is given in Drawer, the Mandeans of Iraq and Iran, with the names Thahil, Zarahril, Adam, Kin, Ram, Rud, Shurbai, Sharhabiel, Shambar, Nun, Nurata, Bahya, Bahunana, Kinta, Anhar, Eve of Bather, Barat, Usamin, Druthia, Habshaba, Kana de Zivka, Uthra, Uvabriel, an angel of the third hour of the night, serving under Sarquamich. Uvael, an angel of Monday, resident of the first heaven and invoked from the north, referencing Berit the Magus. 2. Uval, or Buel, or Boval, before he fell, an angel of the order of powers, now in hell. Uval is a great duke with 37 legions of infernal spirits, ready to do his bidding. His office is to procure the love of women at the behest of invocants. He speaks Egyptian, but not perfectly, according to Waite Lemageddon. Nowadays, it appears Yuval converses in colloquial Coptic. His sigil is figured in Waite, the Book of Black Magic, and Pax, page 180. Uvaya, one of the many names of the angel Metatron. Uthmiel, in Angeloth lore, Maesa Merkabah, an angelic guard stationed in the second heavenly hall. Uwula, a ministering angel invoked at the eclipse of the sun or moon, referencing the 6th and 7th books of Moses. Uzzah, or Uzziah, Uzzah, as Oza or Uzzah, one of the names of Metatron, as listed in Sefer Esket. Uzbazbiel, in Echelot lore, Maesa Merkabah, an angelic guard stationed at the first and seventh heavenly halls. Uziel, 5th of the 10 unholy Sephiroth, referencing Perk Echelot. Uziphiel, in Echelot lore, Maesa Merkabah, an angelic guard stationed at the first of the 7 heavenly halls. Uzo, or Uzzah, Uzzah, strength, a name changed to Semyaza. Like Rahab, Uzzah is the tutelary angel of the Egyptians, referencing Ginsburg, The Legends of the Jews 3:17. Uziel, or Uziel, Azariel, strength of God, one of the principal angels of Rabbinic angelology, of the order of cherubim, also of the order of virtues, i.e. Malachim, of which Uziel is sometimes ranked as chief, according to the book of the angel Raziel. Uziel is among the 7 angels who stand before the throne of glory, and among the nine set over the four winds of the mountain, Paradise Lost 4. Uziel is commanded by Gabriel to coast the south with strictest watch, in America by Lore. He is an angel of mercy under the rulership of Metatron, referencing Introduction 3 Enoch. Vessels of wrath, demons or fallen angels, Thutis, Asmodeus, and Incubus from Barrett the Magus, excuse me, Barrett the Magus. Here you go. Looks like a werewolf. Bakabiel, or Bakatiel, in joint rule with Rasamasa, another genius. Bakabiel controls the sign of fishes, Pisces, in the zodiac, referencing Prince of Darkness, page 178. Bakatiel or Bakabiel. Bachmiel, an angel governing the fourth hour of the day. Bachmiel is served by 10 chief officers and 100 inferior spirits, referencing Wait till Armageddon. Badriel, ruling angel of the ninth hour of the day. Badriel, like Bachmiel, is served by 10 chief officers and 100 lesser spirits. The chief officers include Astroniel, Damiel, Madriel, and Wait till Armageddon. Bahuel, one of the 72 angels in control of the 12 signs of the zodiac. Baj, in Jewish mysticism, one of the angels of the seal, referencing the 6th and 7th books of Moses. Valiants of the heavens, sea warriors, a term for angels, as in Isaiah 33:7, and Psalms of Thanksgiving in the New Covenant, referencing DuPont, Somer, the Dead Sea Scrolls. Balnam, in occult lore, a Mundi angel, resident of the first heaven, invoked from the north. He is also one of the three intelligences of the planet Saturn. Bamitel, in runes, the wisdom of the Kabbalah, one of the 72 angels of the zodiac. Vamona, the dwarf avatar in Vedic lore. He is the Lord of Reason, one of the 10 avatars. Vamona is the 5th, and Vishnu first. Vanand Yezad, the only angel allowed by the Magians to preside over all the 7 hills, referencing Sale, the Quran Preliminary Discourse, page 67. Baal, an angel whose name appears on the first pinnacle of the moon, referencing Mathers, the greater key of Solomon. Vaporan, an angel invoked in the benediction of the salt. Vaporan is mentioned in Solomonic black magic tracts. Varkan, according to Haywood, the hierarchy of the blessed angels, an angel with dominion over the sun. For others exercising such dominion, see angels of the sun. In the Abano, the Heptameron, Varkan is referred to as king of angels of the air ruling the Lord's day. Just one second. Burial, one of the 70 childbed amulet angels. Varuna, chief of the seven Vedic divinities, i.e., Sirius, analogous to the Judeo Christian angels, see Sirius. Vasariya, in the Kabbalah, an angel of the order of dominions or dominations, He is also one of the 72 angels bearing the name of God, Shemhampur. Vashash, a prince over the angels and Caesars, referencing Mathers, the greater key of Solomon. Vasiyariya, in the Kabbalah, an angel who rules over justice, nobility, magistrates, and lawyers. His sigil is reproduced in Ambalayan La Kabbalah Partiki, page 271. Vasago, in the grimoires of a good spirit, invoked to discover a woman's deepest secret. Referencing Christian, the history of practice of magic 402. In Wait the Lemageddon, Vasago is a prince of the nether realms, where he busies himself finding lost possessions and foretelling the future. The sigil is shown in Shah, the Secret Lore of Magic, page 210. Vatal, like Vashash, Vatal is described as a prince over all the angels and Caesars. Begwaniel, an angel ruler of the third hour of the day. Behiel, an angel whose name is inscribed on the first pinnacle of the moon. Behofnihu, one of the many names of the angel Metatron. Behuel, an angel of the order of principalities, also a zodiac angel, one of the 72, bearing the name of God Shemhampur. His sigil is shown in Ambalayan Kabbalah Partiki, page 289. Behua, in the Kabbalah, one of the 8 seraphim invoked to fulfill prayers. He governs the first rays of the sun, and his sigil is shown in Ambalayan La Kabbalah Partiki, page 260. Infant angels in Velasquez detail for the coronation of the Virgin. Veschax, in Mosaic magic lore, an angel of the seal. Vel, a Wednesday angel resident of the third heaven, invoked from the south. Bil Akil, an angel ruler on the Lord's Day, Sunday, and a resident of the fourth heaven. For good results, he must be invoked from the north. Velel, in Diabano the Heptameron, and Barrett the Magus, a Wednesday angel resident of the second and third heaven. Since he's invoked from the north, he cannot be identified with Vel, with whom, however, he seems to have much in common. Velos, a most pure angel of God invoked in Solomonic black magic rites, specifically in the conjuration of the sword. Veloas is a familiar figure in the grimoires. Benahel, a Wednesday angel residing in the second and third heaven and invoked from the north. Venibubeth, an angel invoked in the conjuration of invisibility, operating under Almirus, master of the invisibility, referencing the greater key of Solomon. Verchiel, or Zerachiel, angel of the north in July, angel of the month of July, ruler of the sign of Leo in the zodiac, referencing Camfield, a theological discourse of angels, page 67. Verchiel is Also one of the rulers of the Order of Powers. Budge amulets and talismans equates Virgil and Nachiel, according to Papus in Trait Elementary de Science Occult. Virgil, here called Zerachiel, is governor of the sun. Virtues, Milton's spelling, with lowercase v for the order of virtues in Paradise Lost. Verua, one of the many names of the angel Metatron. Betuel, a Mundi angel resident of the first heaven, invoked from the south, referencing the Abano de Heptamera and Barrett the Magus. Vilia, one of the 9 virtues according to a chart of L'Arbre de Ve in Isera, facing page 88. In Amberlin, La Cabal Pratique, Verulia presides over prosperity of empires and strengthens the power of kings. His corresponding angel for purposes of invocation is Stochin. For Violia's sigil, see page 281 of Amberlin's work. Vevael, one of the 72 angels of the zodiac, referencing runes of the wisdom of the Kabbalah. Vevalia, one of the 72 angels bearing the name of God Shemhamphorait, referencing Barrett the Magus II. Vevapiel, an angel's name found inscribed on the 3rd pinnacle of the moon, referencing Mathers, the greater key of Solomon. Veyothiel, an angel's name in a North Italy manuscript containing, among other Kabbalistic items, the Havdalah Shel Rabbi Akiva, the alphabet of Rabbi Akiva. Vedrizield, one of the Nomina Barbara given in M. Gaster, the Sword of Moses, where Vedriziolo is spoken as among the 4 great angels appointed by God to the sword. Nori, one of the 2 governing spirits of the sign of Sagittarius, Nori, shares a rulership with Seratiel, referencing Levi Transcendental Magic, page 413. Vianuel, or Vianel, an angel of the 5th heaven ruling on Tuesday, and invoked from the south, referencing the Magus II, Agrippa, 3 books of occult philosophy, 3, the 6th and 7th books of Moses. Victor, an angel so-called in Hyde, a literary history of Ireland. Victor appears to St. Patrick and asks him to return to Ireland for the purpose of converting the pagans to Christianity. Victor angels, and a group of luminaries so designated in Paradise Lost 6, where Milton speaks of them as the arms they stood of golden panoply, refulgent host. Vientrava, or Vientrava, in occultism, an angel of the 4th heaven ruling on Lord's Day. He is invoked in the east. He serves also as one of the 3 spirits of the sun, referencing the Abano de Heptamera and Barrett the Magus II. Annunciation Group, Englazed Terracotta by Andrea della Robbia, showing top God the Father, symbolized also by a dove, left the Virgin Mary and right, the angel of Annunciation Gabriel. Now in the Oratorio della Amina del Purgatorio, a chapel near the Church of San Niccolò, Florence, reproduced from Italian masters, New York Museum of Modern Art, 1940. Virgin Mary. To Roman Catholics, the Virgin Mary is Queen of the Angels. Virgin of Light. In Manichaean lore, a great angel, the order of virtues dwelling in the moon. In Pistis Sophia, the Virgin of Light replaces Sophia as judge of souls and a distributor of holy seals. She has as her aides 7 other virgins of light, referencing leg forerunners and rivals of the Christianity. 2:150. In Coptic texts, excuse me, the Virgin of Light is the one who chooses the bodies into which the souls of men shall be put at conception and discharge, of which duty she sends the soul of Elijah into the body of John the Baptist. Virgins, an order of angels mentioned in a Coptic book of the resurrection of Christ by Bartholomew the Apostle, referencing James the Apocryphal New Testament, page 183. Virgins is very likely another term for virtues. Virtues, a high order of angels, placed usually second or third in the second triad of the 9 choirs in the Dionysian scene. In Hebrew lore, the virtues are equated with the Malachim or the Tarshishim. The principal duty of the virtues is to work miracles on earth. They are said to be the chief bestowers of grace and valor among the ruling princes in the order of Michael, Raphael, Barbiel, Uziel, Peliel, and originally Satan. In the planetary scheme of the Egyptians and in Hermetics, the chief of virtues was Pyrrhi. More than a score of virtues are cited by name in Gustav Davidson's monograph, The Celestial Virtues, in the pseudepigraphic Book of Adam and Eve. 2 virtues, and accompanied by 12 other angels, prepared Eve for the birth of Cain. In the just mentioned work, its translator, L.S.A. Wells, believes that these 2 virtues are the guardian angels of which our Lord speaks in Matthew 18:10. The 2 angels of the Ascension are traditionally regarded as belonging to the order of virtues. Eusebius, the virtues of heaven, seeing him rise, surrounded him to form his escort, referencing Daniel Boone and the angels and their mission, page 35. When enumerating the 9 orders, Canfield, a theological discourse of angels, uses mites in the lieu of virtues. The Larousse Illustrated Encyclopedia of Byzantine in Medieval Art, figuring 15, the virtues are pictorially represented in a group. Virtues of the camps. In the Testament of the 12 patriarchs, Levi is carried to the second heaven. There he finds the virtues of the camps ready for the day of judgment. Vishnu, the Bhagavad Gita, a mighty angel who the Brahma and Mahesh sprang into existence from one of the primary properties, referencing the Davastan, page 178. Vishnu, the first avatar incarnation, whom according to the Bhagavad Gita was confided the preservation of all the Brahma created. Legend is that Vishnu was assuming the form of a fish, recovered the Anat bed, source of the 4 Vedas, from Rakshas, a demon who also known as Samak Azur, who had fled with it into the deep waters. Vishnu performed other miraculous feats. Vengursh, an angel of the summer equinox, invoked an ineffective amulet against the evil eye, referencing Thrastenberg Jewish magic and superstition, page 139. Bocasiel or Bocatiel, one of the two governing spirits of the zodiacal sign of Pisces, the fish and other spirit being Rasa Masa. Bocatiel or Bocasiel. Boel or Boil, one of the angels of the zodiac. Boil represents and governs the signs of Virgo, the Virgin, referencing Wade the Armageddon. Bohal, an angel of power invoked in conjuring rites, referencing the 6th and 7th books of Moses. Bohumana, Bohumanu, good thought, one of the 6 Amisha Sexpentas archangels. In Zoroastrianism, Bohumana is the personification of good thought. In the Avesta, Bohu is the first of the Amisha Spentas. He receives the faithful soul at death, referencing Apocalypse of Salasniel, embodied in Duff 6 Esdras. The voices. In Gnostic mysticism, the voices are angelic entities inhabiting the treasury of light. It appears that there are 7 voices, referencing Bruce Codex, British Museum. In Flood, the hierarchs are divided into 3 primary choirs called the Fluid voices, acclamations, and apparitions. Voil or Voel, Voicia, an angel of the 12th hour of the day, serving under Baratiel, referencing Wait the Armageddon. Vobal or Yuval, Raniel, an angel of the 10th hour of the night, serving under Jaswaram, Jaswarin, referencing Wait the Armageddon. Bretil or Probuel or Radriel, etc. The archangelic keeper of the treasure of the sacred book, said to be more than wise than the other archangels. Bretil is frequently referred to in Enoch 2 and the Ezra lore as the scribe of the knowledge of the Most High. The idea of a heavenly scribe, says Charles, the Book of Enoch, page 28, is derived in the main from the Babylonian Nebu. Bretil is equated with Davriel, Uriel, Enoch, Uriel, and Probriel. It is associated or identified with the man clothed in linen, Ezekiel 9:2. In Enoch 2, Bretil dictates while Enoch writes, 366 books in 30 days and 30 nights. Brihaspati, guardian of hymns and prayers in Vedic mythology, also instructor of the gods and firstborn in the highest heaven of supreme light, otherwise known as Vashpati and Brihaspati, referencing Redfield Gods, a dictionary of the deities of all lands. Vuel and Yuval. Volamahi, an angel invoked in the exorcism of the bat, referencing Mathers the Great or Keys of Solomon. Baal, a Monday angel resident of the first heaven, invoked from the north. Four angels of the winds in Juror. The 4 angels have been identified as Raphael, west wind, Uriel, south wind, Michael, east wind, and Gabriel, north wind, reproduced from Regani Agnes. All right, so I'll stop there at W. Pick back up another time. Page we're on, 311. All right, thank you guys for tuning in. Yes, everything existing is something that got made. I agree.